Hi, I'm your host, Marsha Florence with Just Ask. Today's show is Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries. Hurry back and join us. Hi, I'm your host, Marsha Florence with Just Ask. Today's show is Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries, and we have the president and CEO himself, Dr. Chad Audie. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, fine. Thank you for coming to join us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, all right. Now, you know what, Dr. Audie, I mean, a lot of things are going on in the city of Detroit and beyond, and we have heard the name Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries for years. Can you give us a little insight of the ministry and yourself?
Well, Detroit Rescue Mission Ministry has been serving the community since 1909, so in February we will be marking our 103 years. We have shelters, we have treatment programs, we have inpatient and outpatient treatment programs, we have transitional housing program, permanent housing programs, we have job training programs, job placements programs, collaboration with university and colleges, and also we provide every single day about 3,500 meal to 4,000 meal. This is every single day. And we have people who stay with us almost every day, about 1,500 people every single night. Wow. And also for sure we provide services for men, women, children, as well as senior citizen. And on the side, we also provide services, special services for our veterans.
Okay, I mean, I could guess you can go on, but that is a lot. That is a lot. And for all these years, so you're saying that February marks the
103rd anniversary. Yes.
That's it.
Right. This is how long we've been in the community. And we're happy to offer the services. We wish one day we'd go out of business, but at this point, we're needed.
Okay. Okay. Now, is your role as the president and CEO? I often see you in the paper or on location, giving away homes, furniture, things like that. I mean, you have yourself deeply involved, hands-on.
Yes. This is something very close to my heart, and I feel I like, being in the office. It's a very hard-working job, and you don't get to see what's going on. From time to time, I like to go out and do something directly with the people who we serve. It gives me the satisfaction of seeing the smile on somebody's face, remembering that you're making a difference, because, being in the office all the time, you see just papers and books and faces of people who you got to deal with to secure funds for the programs, and you forget sometimes what you're here for. So it will remind you when you go back and see that smiling face again, or a person, how you've been a part of changing their life. So it motivates you back, it motivates me, and makes me go back ready to restart again. So that's why you see me. And also, we would like to be part of what's going on in our community. And we voice our opinion. We become advocates for the people who needs help. A lot of time, politicians do not pay attention to the people that we are servicing. So we need to go and remind them and write to them in the paper and go to their faces in Lansing, go in front of their faces in Washington, D.C., just to let them know that those individuals that we are serving are human beings, and we need to keep their dignity and respect. And if they fall through the crack for a little time, or for some unreasonable or reasonable issues, it does not mean that we need to let them down. It means that we need to give them hands and lift them up. And we need to change some of the policies so we will be able to help them. And that is why you see me sometimes on the paper or in Lansing or anywhere else.
Well, amongst your collaborative peers, such as like Art Van and Gardner White and all those, I mean, how do you guys all come together and decide, what's best for your clients?
There is a lot of good organization. Detroit is very well known for people who have good hearts. And this is true. We every day we see it. We hear a lot of negative news about Detroit, but if you really zoom in, Detroiters are the best people you can ever find anywhere in this country.
Here, okay.
Yeah, and they're welcoming, good heart. They like to help. They get together what needs to get together, and therefore some of the businesses like Art Van or some other individuals like Mitch Album or they come forward and they give us a hand on securing some resources. Some people like yourself use TV to make sure that our voice are heard, that people know what's going on. That generates, and then people will call us and say, I've got this, I've got that, how can you help the people? Right. And then everything gets donated to us, whether it's a car or a home or a clothing. We don't sell it. We don't believe on selling and given the proceed to operate. We just take the stuff and give it back to people as it came to us, but we fix it sometimes. So somebody gives us a car, needs a brake or anything, we'll fix it and we'll give it to the person. Somebody donate a home, needs something, we'll fix it and give it to a working family. So this is what we're doing.
Right. Do you find that a lot of your, do you call them customers, clients, or how do you relate to?
I personally like to, a lot of people call them a customer. I like to call them people who are resident of our sites.
Okay.
Do
you find a lot of them trying to give back? I mean, I know they're most appreciative to you. Do you find a lot of people trying to support the mission itself and give back and do whatever it takes?
Yes, we have a lot of individuals when they become sober or when they gain skills that we offer to them. Then they want to give back, especially the people who have drugs or alcohol addiction. Usually when they're sober for about 90 days to 6 months, now they believe they can save the world. And therefore we said, yeah, you can. Use your negative that you've been through to turn it to a positive and helping other people. But you can't do it just simply because you became sober. So we decided to collaborate with universities. So we did two collaborations, one with Mary Grove College and one with Wayne County Community College, to create specific programs by which the people will graduate and learn the skills so they would be able to help others.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, we're going to take a break and we're going to come back with some more good information about Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries. We'll be right back.
If a natural disaster happened and we were outside the home, we'd probably all meet, I'll say, around the grocery store,
We would all meet at a bus stop. That is our meeting place.
Well, we would probably just meet out in front of the house.
We'd probably meet at our neighbor's house.
If you have no plan, then you can just plan what to do as it happens.
And welcome back to the show. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I know a lot of you have heard the name Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries and probably didn't know exactly what they do. But we have the president himself, Chad Audie, to talk about what Detroit Rescue Mission Ministry does and some of the coming up services that they have available. So you need to get a pen and a piece of paper out, take down the number or the website and contact them and ask them for some support if you have a family member that's in need, if you yourself as a person is going through some changes and want to find out if you can either donate some of your time, volunteer some of your time, or have some things you want to give away, as well as if you need some services yourself. So I would get a pen and piece of paper if I were you. Okay? All right. Now, Dr. Audie, we left off with the educational component. So I know that you were saying earlier in the show that you have got a collaboration with what? Mary Grove College?
Mary Grove College and Wayne County Community College. Okay. The theme for Detroit Rescue Mission is, rebuilding the inner city one life at a time. But in the same time, also we believe we need to tackle the root of the problem and not just patch the problem for people who comes in. Therefore, we believe that employment is a very important component to sustain sobriety and to sustain the change that people go through. And one of the most important things is education. We, in the past, used to do a lot of training in-house, but the certificate that we used to give is just basically certifying that the person had an addiction, or he has been in a shelter, or he has been homeless. Now we decided why, and then when people receive the certificate, they tell the person, "Oh, great! So you've been at the Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries, and you've done a great job, but we're not going to hire you." So instead, we went to colleges who their job is to offer degrees, and they're accredited for that and very well known for that. It gives the person a sense that now I'm going to a college, so their self-esteem gets built up. And also they get a degree or a certificate, then when the employer looks at it, say, "Oh, okay, you graduated from a college." The people who comes from drug addiction and alcoholism, usually they like to become counselors.
Right.
The state of Michigan do not have a requirement for somebody to become certified addiction counselor to have a degree. All what they need to do is pass the test and have 300 hours of internship. So we went to Wayne County, to Marygrove College, and we said, "Would you please create a program around 2 semesters, can get people ready to be able to get enough information and skills and pass the exam, the state exam." So we've done that the first time. First group of people, first cohort, was about 24 students. All of them, 22 of them passed the exam.
Wow.
So, and now they're working.
Okay.
And then we decided, there's a good movement now about peer-to-peer recovery. And we felt, okay, why don't we train people how to become recovery coach? So there is another program now going on with Marygrove College to get people to become certified recovery coaches.
Okay.
And not only limited just to drugs and alcohol. It could be people know how to deal with people who have cancer, people who have AIDS, people who have any real disability or real heart disease. They would know how to work with them and cope with them.
So you guys have really covered the market to allow persons who are going through some financial changes as well as life skill changes.
That's correct.
To be educated in those areas so that they can not only support themselves but others in the community. A lot of clients do come through the state and say, "Well, you know what, somebody helped me, I want to be able to help somebody back."
Right.
So, but they don't have the education part,
Right.
and they can't do it without the education component. So you guys got a window of opportunity there.
That's exactly true because, people, we know their heart and their motive, but they need the skills, and those programs give them the skills and makes them a perfect candidate to become a very successful people because they have the motivation and the skills now.
So on top of that, can I ask you for the phone number and your website? Because somebody's sitting there saying, "Well, who do I call?"
It's 313-993-4700. This is our phone number. And our website is drmm.org, which is drmm.org.
Okay, so we're going to put that up for you again, then
Sure.
we'll get you to tell us that number
Right.
and website
Sure.
again, okay? Now, along that, I mean, when you get these clients to go to school, that is a plus in itself. You know, and
Right.
I'm sorry I say
Sure.
clients, but
That's okay.
when you have your
Yeah.
residents go to
Sure.
school, that is a plus, but people feel as though not only I have a warm place to stay, I have food, I have shelter, I have clothing, okay, I need to go to school. I need to
Right.
give back.
Right.
Okay, so your residents actually come back and want to show their appreciation to you.
That's correct. And some of them we hire,
Okay.
and they will have a window. I mean, then they will because the most important part for us to be reunited with their families, if they have children, to have them and work with them and show them the love. So this is the opportunity that they will have to come back to us. And then some of them, they will have different jobs and they come and volunteer and help other people who are still in recovery or still homeless and help them out.
But do you find a very deep increase for demand for services? I mean,
yeah. Unfortunately, in the last 3 years, we have seen a very high increase on all our services. We are seeing also new classification of homelessness that we never seen before. Right. So now we have the working homeless or the working poor. We have the family who are homeless versus what we used to traditionally see, the single man or the single woman.
Entire family.
Yeah, now it's a mother, father, and children. And therefore, We are now looking to create good programs to meet those needs. So Detroit Rescue Mission Ministry is an innovative organization that always create new programs to meet the needs, and this is why we don't just do one thing and be done. So like now, because of this is what's going on, we look at the foreclosed homes. We looked at those all vacant homes in the city of Detroit and the surrounding area, and people cannot sell it. So we figured, why not donating those homes to Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries?
Now, didn't a couple of you and your colleagues just do something?
Right, we
fantastic?
just did. We did 3 homes, and we did 4 homes so far, to give them back to working families who otherwise become homeless. We take a donated house, we fix it, we furnish it, and then we bring a working family and we tell them, look, this is your house. All what we need from you is to maintain the house, pay the utilities, pay the taxes. We assign to them a case manager, not an intensive case management. And we ask them one thing in return. There's one thing only, that they have to invest in the 529 funds. So they have to put some money for the education of their children. This is all what we ask. Could be could be $25, it could be $100, it could be $500, whatever they can afford. So the requirement is we bring this family who've been homeless. They're working, but they cannot afford renting.
So it's a very low income family.
That's correct.
Okay, low income.
Well, it doesn't matter. The issues right now with our government, they bailed the banks, but the banks did not bail the people who have mortgages. So there's a lot of them, they became homeless. And we are having, in Detroit especially, people are moving out, and we have more vacant homes, and we're losing our tax base. So, and then the neighborhood is deteriorating instead of being rebuilt, because the minute that we have a vacant home in any well-built neighborhood, then the squatter is going to come in and create the big mess out of this whole neighborhood. In this program, which is also, we collaborated with Mitch Album on that, we collaborated with Art Van on that. So each one will give us some things to work this house. But what we're doing is we're rebuilding the neighborhood. We're stabilizing this neighborhood. We're taking away this vacant home and making it a good home in this very nice neighborhood. And we're giving an opportunity for the working family to be able to be living.
But let me ask you this. So once the home is established for the family still has to maintain it, but you guys give them a head start so that, say like when they first move in there, you don't have to worry about the bills, so to speak, for the first 30 days or so, but you still should be working to maintain from when we let you go.
That's correct.
Okay.
And then this is what the role of the case manager with that. And then if they have financial management deficiencies, we will have our case manager come teach them how to manage their finances. So it's a win-win-win situation.
It sure is. I mean, I hate to take a break, but we're going to take a break, ladies and gentlemen. Did you hear that? I did. So I know some of you got your pens and paper, and we'll be right back so you can get that name, that number, and email again. Thank you.
Do you know that stroke targets by color? Odds are, if you're African American, you're twice as likely to suffer a stroke as white Americans. Know where you stand, because beating the odds isn't about winning, it's about living. Join the power to end stroke at strokeassociation.org.
And welcome back to the last segment of our show. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but Dr. Chad Adi has given out a wealth of information today, and I am very supportive of Detroit Rescue Mission Ministry because for sure, if you have 14 locations that are providing services, you can't go wrong. So if I were you, like I said, if you want to take time out and get your pen and paper, I want to ask Dr. Adi for the website and the phone number again.
It's 313-993-4700. and the website is drmm.org.
Okay. Now, I do have one of your brochures here, and just want to let people know you can either stop by one of the facilities and pick up a brochure.
Yes, they can, or if they want to, they can ask us, and we'll mail one to them.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
So within this brochure, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, you can't go wrong. It's a wealth of information of what services are available,
Definitely.
locations.
Right. And in the summer, we take people to the camp. We have a camp for the kids. We take them 1 week at a time to Howell, Michigan, to experience all outdoor activities, including horseback riding or pony rides or climbing walls and anything that you can think about outdoor activities.
Jeez. Now tell us, I know one program you do have coming up is something with the veterans.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you know, this particular population is very dear to our heart because one of the major problems that now we're facing is, unfortunately, we have veterans who are homeless.
Yes.
So this is the population that when we recruit them, we make sure that they're physically and mentally fit. We send them our way to defend us, to make us live a comfortable life and safe life. Then when they come back, we tell them you're crazy and you shouldn't be coming back into our community, and we don't offer them any good services, and they become homeless. And this is our heroes. And then, so we don't like that at Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries, and personally I don't like that at all. So we decided to go and create programs where we can help them. First, to preserve their dignity and respect, and to give them what they, a little portion of what they deserve. So we built this new, we have been providing transitional housing for them, but it was not enough. Now we teamed up with the Veteran Administration, and we created a program, starting a program of 60 units. Each one will have their own bathroom, their own living room, their own bedroom, and we provide them with all services that they need, whether transportation, health care, mental care. Our goal is to reintegrate them back into the civilian life. So we started this 60 units. It's in Highland Park.
Okay.
We took a building, we rehabbed it. It used to be the office medical building for St. John Hospital. We rehabbed it back, and we made it apartment units for those individuals.
Wow. Now, what do you think, I mean, when the veterans come through and everybody's, you know, like, oh, they're coming home, but a lot of agencies and services are not prepared. I mean, like you said, you know, they went away as normal human beings, and some of them have come back, and they've been, you know, exposed to some things that we here in the States have never even seen or could imagine.
Right.
So do you think at this point a lot of us or organizations will be embracing our servicemen and women and helping them get back on their feet as far as employment as well as homes and jobs and things like that?
Well, that's our hope. But we ask people, the first thing to do is when they see a veteran coming home, to welcome them home and tell them thank you for what you've done. And tell them welcome home.
That's wonderful.
And tell them, you know, be proud of what they've done, instead of telling them, oh, we don't want to deal with you. You probably have post-traumatic disorder. So because that thank you word will really relieve them from a lot of stress that they're already seen and they're in. Second, the VA and President Obama has put a plan that hopefully they're trying to end homelessness for veteran 5 years plan. That means that there's a lot of opportunities to provide services to the veterans. Now, how would that go? We don't know. We know on our part is we are going to do the best we can to make sure that the individuals are getting the best services that they deserve, and within 6 months. Now, the program can go up for 2.5 years, 3 years if we want to. But we hope that within 6 months to a year, we will be able to get the person back, reintegrated into civilian life, having a civilian job, provide him back with his family. If he's married, to go back with his children and his wife, and he's not, to get married and have women and children.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Right.
I should hope that when this program airs, Dr. Artie, that a lot of individuals will come forth and continue to support the Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries, as well as if they haven't done it before, jump on board and dealing with our servicemen and women who are coming home and needing help, that, you know, the gates will open up, floodgates will open up with all types of services and job availabilities and things like that. Right. You know, anything that we can do here at Just Ask, please let us know. We just
need for people and the people who are seeing this program to talk about what we're doing. If they need help, to call us, because we're here to help. And if they have enough money or they have anything that they want to donate, whether if it's in-kind donation, meaning car, home, clothing, table, but things that can be used. We don't go clean garages. We just go pick up stuff to give them to people. And we hope that people, when they call us to say, I have something I want to give, understand that we spend money picking up stuff. So if it's not something usable, put it on the curb and throw it out. And if it's something usable, we're willing to go and pick it up. And if money is always needed, you know, at the end of the day, there's 1,500 people every single day the Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries care for, every single day. And this is at all ages, from babies, because we do have a teen mother program that's babies, raising babies, and we have a lot of time. Babies are born into our facilities by pregnant teen mothers or pregnant homeless women, all the way to a senior citizen. So we provide service from cradle to grave, literally, and we would like people to support us. And if they cannot do anything, just pray for us.
Oh, you said that so beautifully. I had a question about the cooking program when I asked that one question, but you said that so beautifully. I wanted to close on that, but I just found out recently you guys have a kitchen or something.
We have a restaurant. We open a restaurant.
Okay. I've heard about that. I got to come by there.
Yeah, it is. It's called Cornerstone Bistro, and it's right on the corner of Davison and Woodward Avenue. And it's a great restaurant. But all the benefits goes to support the program, because it's a culinary art program, but in the same time, a great restaurant. When you go there, you'll never go wrong, and you want to come back, I'm positive, because you'll be pampered by the guys. Those are people who are showing that, give me a second chance and see what I can do. So we're very proud of this program. It's a job training program, job placement program, and a good feeding program for outside our ministry. Those are for people
we're going to stop by. Now, you know, well, Just Ask does cooking shows, so we'll definitely come by and see you guys. And if your staff can prepare a meal in 30 minutes or less, low in cholesterol, low in calories, we want to feature that show.
We are willing to do that, take the challenge, and be your best provider ever.
Okay, well, you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. But Dr. Ali, we're going to wrap up, and I thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
And please come
thank you for all what you do.
Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but like I said, I had a beautiful day today with Dr. Chad Audie, and I want you to take down the phone number and the website. Let me get that again.
313-993-4700. drmm.org.
Okay. So if you have a question and you'd like to donate something or work with the foundation or whatever, please give them a call or do go to their website. I'd like to thank all of those of you who look forward to taking care of us as well, who are our benefactors for Just Ask. It's been a wonderful year. The year's gone past, and we're into our new years, and we like to do new things. So anybody who would like to help us out, we greatly appreciate it as well. I'm your host, Marsha Clemens, for Just Ask, and what do I always say? If you know someone with a disability, or if you just have a general question, don't be afraid to ask. Just ask. I'm your host. Thank you.